Hey, it's Austin with Korked, the number one Derrick Henry fan site on the internet. And I'm here to break down Derrick Henry tossing Josh Norman. And I put that in the most respectful way possible, even though there technically is no respectful way to say one grown man tossed another grown man. Probably because tossing another grown man is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. So the Titans have the ball 2nd and 4 from the Bills' 44-yard line. And since this is an offensive play for them, of course they're handing the ball off to Derrick Henry, as they should on every play. And Derrick immediately bounces it outside, where he's quickly met by Josh Norman. Yet another battle between two guys with 4 first names between them. So Josh Norman comes sprinting up to make the tackle, and at this point right here, he probably regrets all of his life's decisions that led him to this moment. So Derrick Henry does what he does. He whips out his finishing move.
Finish him!
Which is just his stiff arm. And Josh Norman goes parallel with the ground.
Fatality.
Unbelievable. Now, Bills Mafia and or Josh Norman fans, if there are any left after this play, they might try and tell you that he was already off balance, so it wouldn't be hard to knock him over. And look, Bills Mafia, I love you, but players are off balance on football fields all the time. And this doesn't happen. Ever. He tabletopped Josh Norman without someone getting on all fours behind him. Josh Norman was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and went flying like a right brother. I mean, this right here, this is the ultimate walk of shame. Having to walk the green mile back to the huddle to then try and look at the other 10 guys in the eye. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Josh, I'm going to put this in the nicest way possible, but no one respects you as a grown man anymore. How can they? People say Derrick tossed him like a baby. First of all, what kind of people are saying that? We need to get child services on the line ASAP. Like, who tosses a baby? He didn't toss Josh Norman like a baby. You wouldn't toss a baby. You would set a baby gently down. No. I'd say it was more like Josh Norman was the Tennessean or some other newspaper, and Derrick Henry was just on his paper route. It kind of reminded me of that one scene from Wolf of Wall Street. Except this toss only took one man. Like a garbage man tossing a trash can into the back of his truck. Only we shouldn't compare Josh Norman to garbage, because that could be deemed offensive. To garbage. Now, obviously, there were 2 offsetting penalties on the play. So people like Josh Norman will probably tell you that this play didn't count. But trust me, it counted. They say the South is all about Southern hospitality, and it is, unless you're Josh Norman and you're in the city of Nashville. If you remember, last time he was in town, Taylor Lewan gave him one of the most disrespectful, but also funniest, post-game moments of all time. Josh was just minding his own business, sulking after a loss, when Tay-Tay came over and started playing the sad violin. Or fiddle, I guess, because it's Nashville. Josh is the only person I know who comes to Nashville and does not have a good time, and mainly due to NFL-related events. Well, Josh and these girls, I guess. Let this be a lesson. You do not stand in the paint when LeBron has the ball, and you do not get in arm's length when Derrick Henry has the ball. Because if you do, you will be posterized by the king. Oh, and also, always wear a seatbelt, or else you will get thrown from the tractor.